Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. It is 7:17 a.m. I'm very late. It's going to be close whether or not this is going to make it in time by 9 a.m. But it's Friday, the 1st of December. I have found out, I got a sheet from the government, on the starting in January is when they're going to start deducting that money that I owe the government from my disability checks. Yay. So if you can help, because they're going to take as much as they can, leaving me about $750 to pay my $1,000 rent, but I finally know when it's going to happen. They said after December 20th, they're going to start deducting out of my disability. Thumbs up. Yesterday, I went to Olympia and I went to see a mental health specialist, a therapist. It was a very good talk. He told me what to expect, what to not expect, because of HIPAA, which in the United States is just, there's privacy laws, which you can and can't talk about. It's like if he acknowledges my presence outside of the therapist's office, that can break privacy laws. So if he just said, if you see me outside, I'm going to look at you and then look away, because it's a professional thing. So we set down various things that, what he can and can't do, what there is to be expected, what isn't. We talked with me in my life. We talked about this and that. I had to fill in a sheet about this and that and the other. We're going to track my depression on a weekly basis. And it's pretty good. A very, very good thing. He did acknowledge, and I acknowledged as well, you don't have to have combat to have PTSD. They have discovered, especially for those people that work in healthcare, you get what is known as vicarious PTSD, because you get wrapped up with people's lives and then they die. I've had to deal with, I still have people from 1989 that I dealt with in the geriatric care setting that I still cry about when I think of. In fact, so, wow, I didn't expect that. I even remember her name, so there's a lot that goes on if you work in healthcare. You get PTSD. And so we're going to be dealing with a lot of things, and it's good stuff. Very, very cool. I mentioned that I go out and walk a lot. He said that is excellent. You get almost the same benefit from walking, good exercise, as you do from antidepressants. Almost. He cannot prescribe medications. He's not a medications person, so his knowledge of medications is, of course, limited on that. But from what they do and what he's learned and studied on that, for a medication to be, it's kind of hard to judge, because there has to be at least a 10 to 20% difference between the medication and, say, exercise. Between a placebo effect and the actual thing. There's got to be a 20% difference on the medication side for it to be considered really useful. And in a lot of cases, there isn't that 20% difference between placebos, exercise, and the antidepressant. There is, in many cases, medications are not useless. They've saved my life. But we've talked about this, that, and the other, and so he thinks it's great that I go walking. I mentioned that because of my social anxieties, I usually go when there's no one around. He said, as long as you're getting out, great. If you have to walk in the middle of the night when there's nobody there, do it. So, good to know that I'm on the right track on that. So I'm really looking forward to it. And he's really looking forward to it too. He thinks that we're going to have good results. Definitely a thumbs up. And then in February, I start my medication management with somebody in town here. My color filter is just going nuts. It's flickering every time I lean forward a half an inch. Yay. It's a Logitech webcam. Oh, and somebody pointed out with a mouse, now this is a gift. This one that I'm currently using, this mouse here, this one showed up as a present from a very, very kind commenter, contributor, watcher, subscriber, that sort of thing. And it's a really nice mouse. I like it, but it's a Razer, and So we're good on that. I have another mouse that I was using and replaced it. That one's the Logitech. I can't remember where I put it. Life is life. So I just wanted to point out, in some cases it's not as nice, in some cases it is. With the previous Logitech one, it's got a DPI switch as well, but each time you press it, and it's got 4 settings, it jumps by 400. So you've got a slow progression from low DPI to high DPI. And when I use my editor, I need like a very low DPI. The games, you know, it's more of a mid DPI, and that's good. The Razor, unfortunately, goes from 800 to 1800. So it goes from not bad to whoa. And there's no small progression between the two. It's just a huge jump. So when I accidentally press that button to switch it up there, that's not a very useful switch. But still, great mouse. I enjoy it quite a bit. Thumbs up and thank you very, very much. A very, very good thing. I appreciate that to no end. Now, if you'll notice here, I don't have my hamster cages back there anymore. I finally, under the impetus of my housemates, cleaned up the room in here last night because I'd hated the way it was looking. And so I was sitting here, I'd fallen asleep in my chair, of course, for hours, my back killing me because I'd leaned so far forward it felt like a dagger in my back. Oh, it was horrible. But finally, I was awake after a couple hours because we had pizza, and then I came up here and then promptly conked out. Like 3 hours later, I woke up, staggered downstairs in pain, and then came back up here, and she asked me, when's the last time you vacuumed the hallway? Because I like to vacuum, and I am in charge of vacuuming. And so I went out, vacuumed the hallway, and then she said, well, you know, is to stay awake, why not do this, that, and the other? And so I moved all the stuff out of here so I could vacuum the floor. I finally broke down the hamster cages from giving hamsters away, from having rescue hamsters die, etc., etc. So that's opened up a lot. I moved the bin cages up against that wall underneath the window, so I got to be careful with the window not to freeze the little guys. And of course, whenever I'm out driving and I see a free hamsters thing, or there's a pet store, I stop in at a hamster store. I stop in on pet stores to look at the hamsters. I have way too big a heart, and so right here is a free hamster that now is my hamster. I don't know what his name actually is, because if you go to pet stores and they have names on hamsters, they have, like, you know, they just give them names. Because I've taken hamsters to Petco and whatever, and they've given names like Violet and Jasmine to the various hamsters. So this one said it was Kent. I don't think he looks like a Kent, really, but he was a free hamster. I don't know who trained him and all that, but my heart melted, and so now I picked up another hamster. Harold is on his way out, and the only thing that can make me feel better about hamsters dying is new hamsters. So now here's Kent, or if you guys can come up with a better name. He's very well behaved. I don't know what went on with him beforehand, but he's like middle-aged. He's pretty beefy, and I can't feel his spine, so he's middle-aged. He's not young. I mean, look at him. He's big, and so he's not young, but he's not old either. So who knows how long he's got, and he's super well-behaved. I don't know why whoever had him had to get rid of him, but I'm glad I picked him up. He's a little sweetheart. And I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I just keep picking up hamsters. I'm never going to get as many as I had when I lived in my brother-in-law's garage. Here we go, little guy. Thank you so much. At one point, I had either 22 or 28 hamsters. Not cages, but hamsters. Well, 28 different cages, too. So it was pretty crazy. Now I've got those 4 plus a hamster, plus Harold, who's on his way out, and then I picked up this little guy. I don't like the name Kent. I mean, the name Kent is fine. It's just, I don't know that he's a Kent. If you've got a name for a hamster that you think would be better than Kent, let me know down in the comments, and that would be awesome. Also, the shaming has started. My housemates discovered that I had been using those 4 bins for hamsters. And the shaming has started. They're making me feel as bad as possible about putting them from the small, tiny cages into the big things. They're under the impression that when the people that we're renting from, and I've got to go talk to the people that we're renting from, when they come through for the housing inspection, because, you know, at some point they're going to come through, that's what rental people do, that if the house doesn't look like it did before we moved in, they're going to break our lease and kick us out. Whereas I've, having been renting from various houses throughout my life, I'm of the contention that as long as it's clean, because if you've got food and garbage lying around, you're going to have vermin and unwanted rodents, and that's not good. It's got to be safe, because if you've got a hoarding situation, or if you've got stuff everywhere and there's an emergency, you're in trouble because the emergency people aren't going to be able to get in, and it can't be a fire hazard. No one wants the house to burn down. Past that, I have seen throughout my life that they don't care past that, as long as, well, and damage. They want to make sure you're not damaging the place. So they're clean, safe, no fire hazard, and no damage. There's no damage. We've done great at keeping this place just looking really, really good. So I put things in my closet, and my housemates shame me for that, because I don't know what you're supposed to do with stuff apparently, but putting in the closet is bad. And they've been shaming me now for having the cages there, because even though they're good for the hamsters, it's like, we got to think of what other people think. Well, not really, no. Lots of people use bin cages. It's a very big thing. If you go to any group, you're going to find that the people that keep pets, if they're good pet owners, do what's right for the pet. I'm not going to keep them in smaller cages just because of fear of what others think. No, I'm not going to do that. So I've got my 4 bin cages, and they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. In fact, when I go to pay the rent, I'm going to discuss this all with the people there, so that when my housemates say, well, you know, it's this, I can say, it's all right. I talked with the people, I talked with the rental management people, and they said, when I talked to them, that this. So I got to do that when I go to pay my rent, which is either today or Monday. I'm not quite sure which day it's due, but it's going to get done. I really should go and get my testosterone shot today, but I don't really want to take an hour out of my life to just go sit and wait, but we're going to have to see. I should go get my testosterone shot. When I don't get a testosterone shot, my immune system goes down, I start to become anemic, all sorts of issues and problems. And since I almost died several times from cellulitis back when I had a 0 testosterone count and my immune system was bottomed out, I don't want to spend another week in the hospital wondering whether or not I'm going to survive. Because the last couple times, it was touch and go. I was on a very strong series of different antibiotics because I wasn't getting better. And I was this close to being dead, just that close. It was kind of scary. So, on the one hand, yeah, I glued in my plate, and so I've got little blobs of cornstarch coming loose. Ah, yum. Anyway, though, yay. Even if you take care of your teeth, there's no guarantee. I did my best to take care of my teeth. I brushed, I flossed, I did as much as I could. By the time I was in my early 50s, my teeth were yanked out of my head. They were so bad. Both my parents, my mother and my father, had dentures in their mid-20s. Neither of them because they didn't take care of their teeth. No, they took care of their teeth, and they still needed dentures by their mid-20s. I don't have a good genetic heritage for teeth, and they didn't last my whole life. Thumbs up. Well, now I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab, because I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not going to read the comments here now. I'm going to read the comments after the video. I'm going to thumbs up everyone I read. I'm going to answer as many as possible. But for right now, I'm just thanking people for having left a comment. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with people. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you very much. Now, if I mispronounce your name, no disrespect is intended. I am an American English speaker. We are not good at names. I will do my best. I'm better than most, but so there we go. Now, it's a range of 20 to 25 because with my alcoholism damage and my fibromyalgia fog, I count on my fingers with ASL and I still lose track of where I am. So first off, I'd say Crybaby, thank you very, very much. And Wesley Brown, thank you, greatly appreciated. Ice Damon, thank you, thumbs up on that. Mateus Balcher, good to see you in the comments, thank you very, very much. Jesse Zimmerman, thank you. And Scoes, S-C-O-E-S, thank you very, very much. Tez in the Cut, how about that? Thank you very much, greatly appreciated. Andrew Aguari, I sure hope I'm close, but I bet I'm not. Thank you very, very much. And Havoc Gamer, greatly appreciated. Nelson Hernandez, thank you, thumbs up on that. Gaming with Purge Anarchy, with the 3 instead of an E, thank you very much. I'm getting to recognize your name. David Alder, thank you very, very much. And then there is Liddy Titties. How about that? Thank you very, very much. And Brody Benward, thank you. And then there is Haha Told You So. Thank you very much. I don't know how to mispronounce that, or misread it, but I'm very good at that sort of thing. And then there is Swablu123. Thank you very much. Was that 16? Yes. And then there is Just Someone. Thank you very, very much. And Boxy, B-O-X-S-Y, greatly appreciated. Conspo Lopez, always good to see you in the comments. Thank you. Oliver Christensen, I know I'm not close, but thank you very much because it's an Icelandic name. Sorry about that. Josh Sanabria, thank you very, very much. Magic_music, thank you. And then there is Janelle O, thank you very, very much. And then last but not least, Ryan H. Thank you also very, very much. As stated, to get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with things, it's a good thing. Now I'm going to get this book over here ready for just a moment because I'm going to start off saying this. If you could check out my links down below, that would be greatly appreciated. I got like Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. It would be cool if you could check all those out. You could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron. That would be awesome. Just like any of these wonderful, beautiful people here. Thank you so very much. As stated, I'm in big trouble because of the government, and I pay the entire rent here still. I'm doomed. If you could help, it would be wonderful. Now, if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very, very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do. Roger's Thesaurus. Where is appease, approbation, appreciate. I prize, esteem, and value. See, there's just not good ones for appreciate. Prize, esteem, and value. I appreciate everybody who does so. There's just not good words. Appreciate is the best one. Saying I prize this? Oh, come on, that doesn't even sound halfway as good. Anyway, though, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very, very cool. I do prize everybody who does so, but my personality has rubbed people wrong my entire life. If you do not like my videos, I understand. If you don't want to subscribe to my channel, I understand. But if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now for a very long time. After all, slap a few coats of sealant on you, stack you like cordwood down in the basement. You'll last for decades before you go sour. And trust me, especially in these hard economic times, a guy has to eat. Cannibalism for the win. Just remember though, I have never eaten an entire human being. Yet. I got a reaction video coming up. I got a game video coming up. That's a good thing. Hopefully I'll be able to stay awake. Fat chance. I couldn't even stay awake yesterday trying to get a game video done for my game channel. That would be cool if you could check that out. Links down below. Very, very cool. I've got like 30 seconds left to fill. So you take care. Have a great day today. My hand is getting better. It's still like 10% paralysis, but it's getting better. Thumbs up on that. I can't remember where I left off, but still, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And of course, keep smiling because it can always get worse. Doesn't have to, but it might. After all, you could get hit by a bus. while taking a shower.